Super good show.
All right, it's just me tonight. I guess I'm gonna set up a show for next week on a live stream, which should be fun. Should be interesting. Tell us your favorite conspiracy theory. All right, so go ahead and get everybody to like and subscribe. Since you just joined, and that's what you should do when you join someone, is you go ahead and like them and subscribe them without knowing anything about them. Actually, no. Watch some of this video. If you like it, then that's cool. If this isn't for you, then that's cool too. No hurt feelings here. It's kind of weird doing this by myself. I feel like I've gotten the music too loud. Let's see. Dun dun dun. Don't want that. Dun. Here we go. Let's get this down a little bit. Perfect. Okay, so what we're going to do is we want to do a tier list of the most, I don't guess probable, but like plausible conspiracy theories. Because, you know, there's a lot of stuff that used to be considered conspiracy theories, but now they're, you know, accepted as fact. We just kind of want to go through that and see which ones may or may not seem possible to us. So what I'm asking is, if you happen to see this stream or see this after the fact, go down below and leave a comment with your either most favorite or your most plausible conspiracy theory that you've run across, and we will put that on our tier list. We're going to add a little tier list, and we'll rank those accordingly to what we think is most plausible. So let's see. Let's get into Wikipedia. I guess that'll be where we start. Just kind of going through what they have until someone gives me something else to go through here. So let's see. So I'm going to pull this up. See if it actually gives us a link of, okay. Historically, conspiracy theories have been closely linked to prejudice, propaganda, witch hunts, wars, or genocide. They are often strongly believed by perpetrators of terrorist attacks, and were used to justify, okay. So terrorists use their conspiracies to justify things that they do. This makes me think that Wikipedia doesn't like conspiracy theories. I don't think YouTube does either, but we'll see. I gotta get a little caffeine. It's late. Origin and usage of conspiracies. The theory that an event or phenomenon occurs as a result of a conspiracy between interested parties, specifically a belief that some covert but influential agencies, typically political in motivation and oppressive in intent, is responsible for an unexplained event. The earliest usage example it cites is a 1909 article in the American Historical Review, although the phrase appeared in print several decades before. If it appeared in print, how are they not the earliest usages? That confuses me. The earliest known usage was American Arthur. He's not Arthur. Charles Astor Bristed. That's quite a name. Let's see. England has been. I don't want to read all of this. Y'all don't want to sit here and hear me read. I'm trying to find. Ooh, the term conspiracy theory itself is itself the subject of a conspiracy theory. Okay. Which, a term popularized by the CIA in order to discredit conspiratorial believers, particularly critics of the Warren Commission, making them a target of ridicule. In his 2013 book, Okay, so conspiracy theories are also conspiracy theories. I'm so confused. I guess we need to add, let's see, template, conspiracy theories. We'll make it public. I don't care. Is that right? I don't want to sign into something. I should have done this beforehand. Yeah, the CIA definitely was behind the wiki page. I think they probably... Oh, single use. That means I don't need to click out of this for like a week. Oh, and I've got to make images. Okay. Maybe I should just pull up tabs and then make images later. Y'all don't want to see me making images. I wonder if anybody else has... Did we look this up? Conspiracy. Conspiracy. Whatever I just wrote. Greatest American conspiracy theories. 250 conspiracy theories tier list. Okay. I feel like this one already did the homework for us. We might need to add some stuff, but oh my goodness. Some of these words I've never even seen. I don't even want to know what that is. Maybe I'll pull that. Should pull that one up in a browser that y'all don't see. Dun 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 dun. Nope, there we go. Let's see what some of these things are. Auto gynophilia. I just have a feeling. Oh, yep, that one's controversial. They got this one definitely spicy. All right. 9/11 was an inside job. That will get you taken off of YouTube real quick. Kevin, I don't know if we want to go down this route, man. This is rough. I'm sweating thinking about this. My dogs are behaving though. They finally decided to sleep. Maybe I'll just, let's see. Maybe I'll see if anybody else has done this and see how spicy they got. Yeah, we need to make it super good somehow. Super goodness. All right. Most plausible. Cryptids is a cool idea. They're kind of conspiracy theories themselves. Oh man, I feel like this guy will copyright strike me.
Some might sound wild at first, but when you dig...
Oh yeah.
You've probably flown through plenty of airports, but
Foxy's
Denver International,
Shazam.
that's a whole different story. Some people believe that beneath its massive run...
I feel like I didn't do my job and mention Corey Feldman because he's been getting our reach. So maybe AI just knows if I say Corey Feldman, this will send it to people and then someone else will watch this. I need people to chat, man. I need ideas of the stuff to look into.
lies a hidden
I'm sort of familiar
underground bunkers,
with this one.
even something more alien. The airport's unusual murals, Masonic symbols, and bizarre budget overruns.
Never been there
certainly add to
myself,
suspicion.
but
But here's the part.
ooh, that music's getting Paul McCartney. Yeah, there's a lot. Big Pharma.
What if Big Pharma isn't just about treating illnesses, but about making sure they never fully go away? The theory suggests pharmaceutical companies already have cures for diseases like cancer, but keep them hidden.
That was the one where what do they call the horse? And the horse, like something fell off the horse and killed the person who made the horse. Unsubscribed him from life right then. Bam. Just gone for making a horse. Yeah, I've got my own little opinions on Big Pharma and what they're doing with that. Blucifer. Yeah, that's an awful name.
Years of history, specifically between 614 and
Phantom
911
time.
CE, were entirely fabricated. Now, here's the really strange part. When you start,
That was Phantom Time is one of those Star Wars movies, right? What is Phantom Time about? Let's see.
in the year 2024,
I
that's
feel like I should be pulling up tabs when I see this guy. Phantom Time. Okay. Cool. Let me make sure I keep this tab to go back to. Then we'll do Phantom Time. Hey, pup, come here. Come here, pup. Come here, buddy. We'll say hey. Come here. Oh. He's not a conspiracy theory, but he stinks. Kiss that microphone. Yeah. Sweet boy. All right, Nemo. Nemo wants his screen time. Come here, pup. Come here, Nemo. No, he just wanted his little brother. And this is Nemo. Nemo makes his first YouTube appearance. Hello, my name is Nemo. He stinks too. I think they've been eating something. Something unalived. It's hot in here. It shouldn't be hot. Now I'm all hairy. Phantom Timeline. Pseudo-historical. I feel like I just got scratched in the face real bad. They've got some crazy words on these. Carolingian period. You ever lived in the Carolingian period? 297 years added to the Middle Ages. That would mess some stuff up. Heribert Illig. If I had a name like Heribert Illig, I believe I would probably make some stuff up too. Before focusing on the early medieval period, Illig published various proposals. So it's basically, there's not a lot of evidence, archaeological evidence from that period. So I guess that means it wasn't never there. We made it all up. We just skipped it, jumped over it. Instead of a leap year, it was like leap, what do they call that? Centuries. Leap centuries.
bending idea behind the phantom time hypothesis, which claims that about
Phantom time.
years of history, specifically between 614 and 911 CE, were entirely fabricated. Now, here's the really strange.
I think I'm more convinced because it says 9/11. All right, we've seen some JFK. I've heard of him. The government is hiding proof of aliens.
These mysterious objects for years.
We'll add
What's
that.
shocking is that many of these sightings by credible witnesses, pilots and military personnel, remain unexplained. Crafts moving at impossible speeds and performing maneuvers that defy the laws of physics. Then, in 2023, former U.S. intelligence officer David Grush testified that the U.S. government has been hiding the existence of alien spacecraft for decades.
Tartaria and the mud floods are where I jumped off of the conspiracy bandwagon. I never got on that one. Let me see what Tartaria. Tartarian Empire. Ooh. That would be the mud. I get the mud floods every now and then. Little Pepto take care of that. A little bit more fiber. Or I guess too much fiber can cause that as well. The mud floods. Man, I'm going to need more about these mud floods. Mud floods. Okay, it just takes me back here. We'll keep that one open. Phantom time, mud floods. What's soy products? Feminization. Whoever made this one, Epstein was unalived instead of, yeah, Nazis in Antarctica. Is that on Wikipedia? Nazis in Antarctica. Nope. New Swabia? I've never heard of New Swabia. Ice coverage, Northern Foreland, which gradually rises. This is too much information. I just need the gist of it. Okay, so the Germans went there. They said, hey, we like this place. And now they live there in underground holes. I don't know. That's the whole thing. It's just a lot to read. We'll look at that. Remote viewing. Oh, what was that guy's name? I know that guy. He's a remote viewer. Moon landing. These are all like basic, which I guess you have to do if you're doing all of them and seeing which ones are plausible. I feel like there's going to have to be a lot of research for us to actually make a call on is this plausible or not. Let's see. I need something deeper. Some of them turned out to be true. Hey, look, that's a good video. I recommend that one. The most believable, a shallow dive. That's a great name for a channel. We should have stolen that. The shallow dive. Pokemons. I don't think I should watch that one. It's got Pokemons. The conspiracy theory of everything. I should watch that one. I like that.
Wake up, sheeple. It's time for a new video. I'm not trying to be insulting by calling you sheeple.
Denver
I too
Airport.
am a Sherson, in that
Avril
I don't really
Lavigne.
believe in it. Died in 2003 and was replaced by a body double.
JFK and MLK were the same guy. That's why it's because they have the same last name letter. Kennedy and King is the same.
Tickling all of my funniest conspiracy bones. Celebrity you haven't thought of for a while. You're in the
Why'd she got to be so complicated though?
past that I remember a little bit. Totally insane. Canadian. I love it. The theory claims that Lavigne, fed up of being a celebrity, hired a body double to represent her at public events.
It's true.
Speculators theorize that the
It's true,
singer
it
actually
happened.
died at some point between the
Saw it
release
on the
of
internet.
2002's Let Go and 2004's
They hired Melissa. Who was Melissa? Okay. Google. Yeah, Paul McCartney was swapped out for a body double. Melissa Avril Lavigne. Okay, Wikipedia's got us covered. Nice. We'll have to put that one up there. I'll just have have a transcript of this video. Then I don't have to keep tabs. Tabs are going to ruin my computer. I'm not one of those people that can leave up numerous tabs and just be okay with it. It scares me. DB Cooper survived. I believe that. That's probably plausible. Cicada 3301. This pup is just being sweet. He's a sweet pup. He said, I want to talk about conspiracy theories. I'm a good pup. Cicada 3301. Let's see what that's all about. Cicada. Internet puzzle. 4chan. That's all I need to know. Okay. Cool. That one will be interesting to look at, I guess. I don't know. Internet conspiracy theory, like those 4chan ones, aren't as fun to me. Elsa Gate. That sounds familiar. Whew. This is stressful. Back to Melissa Levine.
Under my skin, with the record company deciding to hire Melissa as Levine full-time. Oh my god, Avril died. What are we gonna do? Record sales are gonna plummet, as they famously do when singers die tragically. I've got it. Get me the girl that kind of looks like Avril Lavigne. Things got so bad with this conspiracy theory that Avril Lavigne had to deny being her own doppelganger. She said, it's just a dumb internet rumor and I'm flabbergasted that people bought into it.
That's what someone who replaced Avril Lavigne and was getting paid millions of dollars would say.
That's so weird, and
Okay,
I look
but
the exact same.
Obviously, I am me. It's so dumb.
That's exactly what Melissa would say.
My legs are getting licked so hard right now. Stop. Okay, puppy. The real Avril would never be, say, flabbergasted. Yeah, she was complicated. Or something like that.
He set her evil doppelganger.
Let's see. Whoa. I feel like she undoppelganged herself. Or it could be aging. Aging does change the way you look a little
Eyes
bit.
on locking lips with Chad Kroger. It's the ultimate evil plan. Pretend to be a pop star, and so then you can kiss the singer from Nickelback. I'm thinking maybe the label was actually happy about this change, though. If you think about it, Avril Lavigne was kind of weird. Have you ever actually listened to the...
She wasn't weird. Was she weird? Stop, pup. Okay, that's enough. I see you. I hear you. You're giving me hives. I'm allergic to dogs sometimes. It really is just hot. It's hot today. My house won't even cool off. Wonder if global warming is real.
lyrics of Skater Boy? It's basically her as the Skater Boy's new girlfriend bragging that she won the guy while taking weird shots at the woman who turned him down in high school, now a mother, for not recognizing his value before he was famous. And now that he is famous and therefore has value, the mom goes to watch him perform this very
Like and
song
subscribe.
that he wrote with the new girlfriend, who did not think it was a red flag for them to be co-writing a song about a girl from his high school. Now he's a superstar, slamming on his guitar. Does your pretty face see what he's worth? What are we?
You shouldn't slam your guitar or slam on it. You should be gentle, you know? Gentle with the guitar.
Doing, Avril? Team Melissa all the way. Avril's not the only body double conspiracy out there, though. The real Paul McCartney died in 1966.
This is it.
The real Joe Biden executed in 2020. Stay out of politics.
Was
I'm
that
sorry.
is that what the real Joe Biden looks like? Let's see him again.
1966. The real Joe Biden.
I think that's him. I think that's the real one. This is it. Stop, pup. Stop. I'm getting licked so bad, but I'm not going to use any restraints.
Executed in 2020.
I love
Stay
my
out of
pups.
Politics. I'm sorry. The real Melania Trump. I just said stay out of politics. You got it. Sorry, that was a slip up. I do admit that the concept of body.
I don't think you can stay out of politics when you're doing conspiracy theories. It's just not a thing. Like, you have to. This dude's doubling his body right now.
does weird me out, though. And yes, that does include twins. And yes, that does include me talking to myself in videos. I hate my job. And seriously, I mean this as no offense. Twins, what are you doing? If you are walking around with your own living
Skeeters.
mirror self, then it behooves you
A stock photo of a white man. Yeah, it was. Joe Biden's probably just a stock photo of an old white man.
to battle to eliminate the other one. There can only be one of you, you freaks of nature. No offense. Here's another great conspiracy theory I like a lot. Finland does not exist. Here's a map. Quick, find
Oh boy, Finland does not exist. Let's see.
on it. You can't. And even if you can, you can't. Did that just blow your mind? No? Fuck. Well, we're
Go.
gonna keep talking anyway. This conspiracy theory.
Stop, pups. Y'all are making me so hot. Stop. Enough. Get off of me. I've got very furry pups trying to like lick my ankles for some reason. That's weird.
Says that during the Cold War era, Japan and the Soviet Union teamed up, and they decided to spread the idea that there was a landmass known as Finland on a stretch of the Baltic Sea. The reason they did this is because that was a nice little fishing spot that they wanted to keep to themselves. It all makes sense, you see, because fish have fins. So why else?
Finland. I knew it. He would never get mad at the dogs for licking. Man, they're going at it so hard. And it got really hot in here because of all the licking. Licking makes you hot. You know that?
This place be called Finland if not for two
Yeah. You wouldn't lick my legs, that's for sure.
nations getting together for some secret fishing and verbal Easter eggs that only make sense in the English language. Exactly. It's like how the Democratic Republic of Congo got its name from exporting tons of Donkey Kong Country game cartridges. I just made that up off the top of my head, but now I believe it too. But Ryan, what about Helsinki? Don't a lot of people live there?
That's right. Good point. Helsinki is proof for Finland.
A real place that exists? That's a common and stupid mistake. Just a very dumb thing to have said. Because according to the theory, anyone who thinks they actually live in Finland, they actually live in small towns throughout Estonia, Russia, and Sweden.
How does that work?
If Sweden even exists, it probably doesn't. There are probably like 4 countries total. Open your eyes. Here's another conspiracy. 1 times...
I mean, that could be true. When you have to fit them all on a flat plane instead of a sphere, there's not enough room for all the countries that we've made up.
1 equals 2. Ooh, what? Yeah, so Terrence Howard, you know, the actor, he
knows the
2017
math.
that 1 times 1 is 2. Here's a look at that tweet that he made this announcement on. Unbalanced equation argument. 1 times 1. No, you know what?
Wait a minute. Terrence Deshaun Howard. Got it. He's probably right.
Thank you. TLDR. Not reading all that. Happy for you. Sorry that happened. We're not doing.
Let's see if he's on the 250. 1 plus 1. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to amend this because I'm pretty sure that's plausible. 1 plus 1 is something else.
I've got better things to worry about, like the Hat Man. Great name. Already love the
Hat Man.
Who's the Hat Man? Known as the Hat Man.
It's Batman's generic brother.
Tall, dark, featureless entity has been seen in people's bedrooms across the globe, watching over them from a doorway covered in...
Okay, I just got freaked out a little bit. Benadryl guy. Is that a real thing?
as they drift between sleep and consciousness. Here's the thing now, I don't love the Hat Man anymore. Don't be doing stuff like that, Hat Man. Some people believe that the Hat Man is a demon or shadow figure that wants to hurt people, and it's like a shared paranormal experience that a bunch of people have had. But digging into this conspiracy
why are people sharing that kind of stuff?
Only see him when they're
it's not stuff I want to share with people.
He's even sometimes referred to as the Benadryl Hat Man after...
Whoa, you knew this. Man, you know so many of these things. I feel like I was, I feel like I'm a novice, but I also felt like I knew some things. Sorry if I'm playing with my mic. I'm just getting adjusted to being not in my shop. It's so weird.
people hallucinating him and citing him after overconsumption or abuse of Benadryl. Benadryl Hat Man. That's definitely a much lamer name. I feel a little better, a little less scared. Much less scary when you put over-the-counter medication in front of someone's name. Baby aspirin Voldemort.
That probably happens. I've seen that guy before.
Not a threat. Pepto-Bismol Hannibal Lecter. I ate his liver with some fava beans and that brought up a nasty bout of indigestion. Luckily, Pepto-Bismol is here to help. Pepto-Bismol. Hatman is so popular that there's even a website called the Hatman Project, and people around the world
Not going to that Hatman Project. Probably be a virus.
share their Hatman experiences on there. Not only that, the Hatman Project has a book coming out in January 2024. Oh my god, Hatman can travel through time. Here's the final conspiracy. It's called the Grand Unified Conspiracy Theory. This one's kind of nice because
Grand Unified Conspiracy Theory. Perfect.
Grand Unified Conspiracy Theory says that you don't have to keep researching every single conspiracy theory one by one, because it says all conspiracy theories are connected and therefore true. It's a real time saver. I wish I had started with this one. You believe in the Hat Man? Congrats. You also believe the moon landing was fake.
Perfect. This makes a tier list so much easier. There we go. What is Bill Gates? He's making worms. He wants to make bread into worms into bread. Stop, pup. Stop, please. You're hurting me.
All the chemtrails from his jets. The universe is just one giant corkboard with billions of miles of red string and pushpins set up by the airport Illuminati and the New World Order and Beyonce, all to cover up the fact that James Dean was killed by the CIA. And you know what? I think that's kind of beautiful.
James Dean, CIA. Probably.
Well, that's enough conspiracy theories for me. Truthfully, I don't know if...
Did he change? The man changed. Did you see it?
Of any of them, least of all the Avril Lavigne body double thing. I mean, how can you
Y'all
replace
go
someone
play.
without anybody noticing? Anyway, thanks for watching my video. I'm Ryan George. Love you.
Hi there. Hello. Please hit that subscribe.
I don't think that guy was Ryan George. I feel like this is one of those where I actually just want some cheesy, easy AI video that just goes through it, just gives me like a list. Oh, 24 minutes. I would just want like a quick one. Just gives me like the deep downs. I feel like people that are there's already been a tier list of conspiracy theories. We're too late to the internet by like probably 10 years, 12. 20 Reddit conspiracy theories. Watch Mojo would take my video down so quick if I touched it. Doom, 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 doom.
Here's some conspiracy theories that I think have passed the level of theory.
This is a video of a video.
Women's clothing is designed with little to no pockets for the sole purpose of selling more purses.
It's got to be true. 100%. Has to be. Although I've seen more wedding dresses in my field as a wedding photographer. I've seen more wedding dresses recently with attached pockets, which is pretty nifty.
And art is just a scheme to launder money and avoid taxes. Like this one here sold for 43.
It's got to be. Why else would you buy this? Just blue. I mean, it's basically just a vignette with blue.
$1 million. This one sold for 46 million. This one was 84 million. Someone actually paid $87 million for this.
No.
This has got to contribute to inflation in some way. Leaks that happen in the entertainment industry, like with movies, TV shows.
Pup, stop. I'm going to have to get my pups here in a minute. They're being bad boys. Come here. Nemo. Come here, buddy. Come here. Stop. You can't get in there right now. He's trying to get into his food door. We have like this little door to keep the other dog out.
Video games are done on purpose to gauge interest and get opinions before an official announcement. That little bit of dust that comes off the end of tissues when you pull them out of the box is specifically designed to get you to sneeze. That way you need more tissues. The government orchestrates their own conspiracy theories to get us distracted from actual problems. Here's some conspiracy theories.
I don't know about the Kleenex thing. Like, if you don't have a dusty, or maybe it's built-in dust. I don't use Kleenexes enough. It just seems like an extra cost. You know, you could. It's not how inflation works. I don't know how inflation works, to be honest. Other than money printer go burr or something. Craziest Titanic conspiracy theory.
The Titanic. Everybody knows the story. Everybody knows the movie. Like we said, in Belfast, where the ship was built, inside the Titanic, there was a massive coal fire. Before you're going to make your big voyage, you typically go through a 2 to 3 week long inspection. The Titanic inspection.
Typically, because there was all these other ships just like that. So typically.
Lasted 3 hours. And there's speculation that they're like, hey, well, we have all the hype, all the press, all this. We can't go without it, but we got this fire going inside. And it's like, well, let's just have it pass inspection and it'll probably be fine. They never told any of the passengers. They never told anybody about the expedited inspection. You know who might know about that is the guy who owns the fucking White Star Line, JP Morgan.
Excuse me.
JP
Morgan did it. I don't know, man. It's so hard to get on the internet without somebody cussing at you just for a Titanic video.
These are some of the most common conspiracy theories.
What you got,
if you agree with any of
Sambucha?
these, then you'll know why nobody talks to you. Mattress firm is a giant money laundering scheme. This isn't even a conspiracy. It's verifiably.
But not mattresses by appointment. Not at all.
Nobody's actually purchasing mattresses like that. Same thing with modern art auctions. They're all fronts for laundering. Aliens built the pyramids. I just watched 3 documentaries on this last night, and it's either
3 documentaries. The bankers who wanted to block the Federal Reserve from being created were on the Titanic, allegedly. Bruh, why am I making this video? I'm gonna need a lot of help. This tier list is gonna be something. This is probably gonna have to be a multi-session tier list if we do. I feel like maybe we should narrow down like to the ones that seem very plausible and then tier them up. Because nobody wants to watch a 250 tier ranking. That would take forever. I'm so indecisive. BB's Fish. I gotta look up Beeb's Fish. I just saw that and now is this it? The bathysphere was a new invention, being a rounded steel enclosure. What? A hypothetical species. Okay. So it's hypothetical there. So an artist drew a picture of his fish that he supposedly saw. A surgeon or a butterfly? I wonder if they mean a sturgeon. Or maybe it is a surgeon. A surgeon? Okay, surgeon fish is the real thing. Not a sturgeon. I was wrong. Wikipedia's got it right. Bathycidus pentagrammus. That sounds kind of evil somehow. This music's good though. Where were we?
interior ramp theory or aliens.
Man, I get sidetracked a lot when I'm by myself.
There's no way around it. Life is a simulation. That'd be sort of depressing, but I suppose.
I feel like Elon Musk believes life is a simulation, but I don't think so.
as plausible as anything else. The Denver airport is the Illuminati's headquarters. Is that legit?
It's something.
Why would they choose an airport? The Illuminati's so cringe. Shakespeare didn't actually write Shakespeare. I don't know the lore behind this theory, but it makes sense.
Let me get that conspiracy music up a little bit more. Dun, 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 dun. I feel like it's just rocking when I'm playing it, though. Dun, 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 dun. It's nice. Man, I made this nice little graphic, and I need people to tell me, maybe when they rewatch it, because that's where we get most of our views, not the live. No one wants to see me live. It says, tell us below what's your most plausible conspiracy theory. Don't just make stuff up. It's got to be something other people know about, or we can't really find the resources. Now I've lost there it is. Oh, Sambucha. 1010 graphic. Thanks. Did it myself.
To help them out.
Sorta.
And then finally, Australia doesn't exist.
Yeah, I think Shakespeare had some ghostwriters. That's what people say. But they weren't actually gross. They were people.
Shakespeare. I don't know the lore behind this theory, but it makes sense if he had like ghostwriters to help him out. And then finally, Australia doesn't exist. Yeah, I agree with that.
Maybe I missed the first part of that. Maybe it's more than just the ghostwriter part.
Why would they choose an airport? The Illuminati's so cringe.
Nah.
Shakespeare didn't actually write Shakespeare. I don't know the lore behind this theory, but it makes sense if he had like ghostwriters to help him out. And then finally, Australia doesn't exist.
Dun, dun. Australia doesn't exist. I would be so disappointed. Because that would mean our Australian friend was fake. And that bearded dragons came from somewhere else. Probably not Finland.
Yeah, I agree with that. These are some of the most...
He agrees. Let's see what else we got. Christopher Knight.
3 crazy...
Isn't he from like the Brady Bunch or something? That music just ramped up. It just ramped itself up. I gotta turn that back down. It was just going at it.
Conspiracy theories about the moon.
The moon.
3. The moon landing was faked. Conspiracy theorists believe that the Apollo mission was filmed because shadows in the images taken were not parallel and the Earth's radiation field should have killed astronauts. 2. Built by humans. Christopher Knight and Alan Butler in their book Who Built the Moon.
Christopher Knight is... Yeah, he's an actor. Brady Bunch. Peter Brady. I knew. So is he a conspiracy theorist now? Interesting. So he's got a book.
Suggested that the moon was a creation of future humans who
Future humans made the moon. The moon is future tech.
back in time to safeguard humanity. 1. Reptilian hologram.
I kind of like that one, especially if Peter Brady wrote a book about it.
In David Ickey's Human Race Get Off Your Knees, the lion sleeps no
Get off your knees, David Icke.
more. He speculated that the moon is a hologram from which a reptilian race influences human reality. Subscribe for more.
Okay.
3
Okay. That was 3 whole ones. We'll have to remember that. Dum dum. Let's see what some other tiers have. Tiers. Great American conspiracy theories. Yeah, Avril Lavigne. Let's go ahead and that's 100% what happened. This real. Let's Google this again from YouTube. Is that how that works? Tears of the Kingdom is a tier list. Turned out to be true. We don't want to do that. Most believed.
Guess the top 10 most believed conspiracy theories in the world.
Aliens on the moon.
Aliens on the moon is not there.
The moon is cheese.
No, what?
9/11.
Okay. 9/11 was an inside job as number 3.
Conspiracy theories.
Your first guess.
Number 3. Then what's 2 and 1? Probably JFK.
two, but you said them together. Split them up.
The moon is fake.
The
moon is not.
Or
the moon
we
is,
never went to the moon.
Landing was fake.
The moon landing, of
There
course.
you go. That is number one. The most
Okay.
believed conspiracy
Then
theory.
JFK's
And
got to
what
be
was the other
2.
thing you said on your first guess?
I said aliens. Aliens exist.
Area 51/aliens is number 9 on the list.
Oh,
Is
okay. I was
UFOs
about to say.
encompassed in that?
Yes, it is.
The election.
You know what? For that guess, I'll give you number 6. It's New World Order/global elite.
The global
There's
elite.
a group of elitists that control the world.
Oh, like the Illuminati.
That's another one. The Illuminati controls entertainment and politics. That's number 8.
JFK became the moon. Wow. Just how would that happen?
But a few years ago.
A few years ago, COVID happened. The pandemic.
COVID-19 was deliberately engineered or released is number 10 on the list. I'll give you.
They must have done away with the little COVID thing that they used to say. Get your real information from the government. Don't do it.
Anti-vaccine microchip or harmful plots is number 7. Anti-vaxxers, they're out there. What about this?
Microchips.
The Earth is flat.
Flat Earth?
Yeah. The COVID-19, I don't know. That one seems, that's S tier, I'm sure. We'll discuss it.
That is number 5 on the list. Think about presidents.
Flat Earth is 5.
Yes. Who got
JFK.
JFK assassination cover-up is number 2 on the list.
I knew it.
Believe it.
What about Trump getting shot in the ear?
What about it?
Is that a conspiracy theory?
No, it's not. Number 4, I'm going to give to you. It's chemtrails. Do you know what that means?
Oh, chemtrails. I know her. What about HARP, man? I thought HARP would be up there.
Airplane condensation trails contain chemicals used for population control. And that's the entire list. They missed out on birds aren't real. Guess the top 10 most believed.
Chemtrails. I wonder what Wiki says about the chemtrails. I'm glad that they give us the phonetic there. I'm getting looked again on the legs. It's the erroneous belief. Okay. They're just going ahead and saying erroneous. Dun, 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 dun. Began to circulate after the Air Force published a 1996 report about weather modification. Big Kim wrote this wiki page. Yes, they did. Big Kim, the big trail. Sky trails. We'll call them that. We'll have to change it so that they don't know what we're talking about. In the late 90s, the USAF was accused of spraying the U.S. population with mysterious substances from aircrafts, generating unusual contrail patterns. The theories were posted on internet forums, but people including Richard Finke and William Thomas, first name, were among many conspiracy theories popularized by late night radio host Art Bell starting in 1999. Let's see what Art Bell looks like. Oh, yes. Never fails. These guys that come up with the things, they're gonna look like somebody. They're not just anybody. Okay. Born in Carolina, Camp Lejeune has a Lutheran background. Okay, he did some stuff with the Air Force. He might know some stuff. He looks credible. Where'd I get the chemtrails from? Done lost it. Wildest conspiracy theories of 2026. Let's see if they've got something I can jump around. He was aura farming.
Putting on our tinfoil hats once again. These are conspiracy theories from the year of our Lord 2026 that have either just emerged or have resurfaced. So let's get to it right now. Donald Trump and Barron Trump are time travelers.
Okay.
There's a conspiracy theory that Donald Trump and his son Barron Trump are actually time travelers. This theory is supported by a few historical documents.
Why would you come to 2026?
Donald and Barron existing in the past. 100-year-old sketches by Prussian-born artist Charles. No chance I'm getting that. Were found that show a blonde man in a flying.
Charles Delshaw. Let's see what he looks like. Charles Delshaw. American Outsider artist. I don't know if it's the same dude. Maybe it is. Del Shaw.
That has the number 45 on it. Trump's the 45th president. And the word Trump written on the page. I see the Trump. Okay, Trump, Homer. Maybe Trump is just like a name, though. All right, where's Barron, though? Where's this fucking 10-foot sun? Other evidence?
Who knows? Let's see what else we can find. I don't know that they're time travelers. I don't feel like that would be like, why would you want to you know? It just seems like everything's so heated right now. I wouldn't want to come here if I'm coming back, unless it's really bad in the future. And I feel like if you did travel from the future, like you would know more stuff and, you know, make things better somehow. Unless that's not the point. The four biggest. Let's see what
Take a look around.
the biggest.
The world seems every time.
Yeah, moon.
Because controversial out of all of these conspiracies.
What's this one? Global
Climate
warming.
change.
Yeah.
In a 2021 survey.
Okay.
The Earth is flat.
My reality.
Flatten Earth.
Evidence is missing.
One of the biggest misconceptions in all of science is that evolution is a theory and not a fact. The idea of evolution.
It is they call it the theory, right? So I'm guessing this guy has some. Yep, nope. He's probably just as qualified as me. Ooh, the drone is nice. The craziest of Reddit.
Today we're going to be looking at 25 of the craziest conspiracy
Alien abductions.
on Reddit.
JP Morgan sank the Titanic. Okay, that's the one Kevin was bringing up a little. Sponsored by Big Monkey. Big Chimp. I think my internet died. It doesn't like that I'm looking up JP Morgan.
3. JP Morgan sank the Titanic. All his banking rivals
Oh,
were on the
man.
boat. With them gone, he was able to grow his bank to the largest in the world. The conspiracy theory that JP
You want to grow a big bank, sink a big boat.
Morgan sank the
He's a weird looking feller. He looks like a Muppet.
Titanic, claims the ship sinking was no accident. It was actually a deliberate act to eliminate powerful rivals who opposed the creation of the Federal Reserve. Now, according to the theory, banker JP Morgan, who had a controlling interest in the Titanic's parent company, White Star Line, planned the whole entire disaster. He was supposed to be on the ship's maiden voyage, but canceled at the last minute. Meanwhile, 3 of his biggest opponents,
Subscribing to this guy.
Guggenheim,
And liking.
Ross, and John Jacob Astor, were all on board and died in the sinking. These men were known to oppose the formation of a central banking system, which became...
Pause. I'm writing a comment on this guy's page, but what I've been doing is I'll just copy a comment from somebody else that is the right comment. I trust the man in the cowboy hat. That's the one we're going with. Amen.
Reserve the following year in 1913. Some theorists believe that Morgan used the disaster to clear the path for the Fed's creation, ensuring control of the U.S. economy by a small group of elite bankers. Theory number 4. Morgan Freeman is actually Jimi Hendrix. There's a lot of...
I gotta turn my music down again, but I could see that. Dun, 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 dun. This music just keeps heating up, man. Getting up there. It's just too in front for me. It's just driving me nuts. Oh, here we go. Morgan Freeman. Is Jimi Hendrix.
That make it almost believable. The conspiracy theory that Morgan Freeman is actually Jimi Hendrix claims that
it's not the same
legendary
guy.
guitarist faked his death in 1970 and re-emerged years later as the famous actor. Now, according to believers, Hendrix, who supposedly died of a drug overdose at the age of 27, staged his death to escape the pressure of fame and the music industry. After disappearing from the spotlight, the theory goes he reinvented himself as Morgan Freeman, eventually rising to stardom in Hollywood. Now, supporters point to physical similarities between the two men.
Teeth's
the
difference.
skin tone, the facial structure, and their voice. They claim that Freeman appeared suddenly in the public.
You always look at the teeth first. I mean, I guess you could change your teeth. So, I'm wrong.
In the late 1970s with no solid record of his earlier life, while Hendrix just flat out vanished. Some even argue that Freeman's calm, deep voice is just an older, more refined version of Hendrix's speaking voice. They also find it suspicious that Freeman didn't rise to major fame until he was in his 50s, fueling the idea that he lived an earlier life under another identity. But there are serious flaws with this theory. I mean, Morgan Freeman has a documented history as an actor stretching all the way back to the 1960s.
That's Morgan Freeman.
Including roles on TV shows like The Electric Company.
I feel like I should go through these a little quicker. The dead internet.
And was largely replaced by AI-generated content, fake.
This is not a conspiracy theory. This is a theory. Like, this is, I think most people believe that a lot of the engagement that comes through Facebook and X and YouTube, even, that engagement is either AI or bots, and it's a lot of it's probably got a little political motive to it. I guess that's where it becomes conspiracy, is when you add motive.
Corporate-controlled algorithms. Supporters of the theory argue that today's internet feels strange, repetitive, and just flat out empty. They point out to how social media platforms often push the same kinds of content, how comment sections are filled with low effort or generic.
Man, my feed has just been, and it's stuff I don't even want to see, but it's like just the most divisive stuff right now. It's just like everything is just trying to make you dislike one group that you're not a part of. And whatever, whether that's just the algorithm was programmed a certain way and it's decided to do this, or if they intentionally do it, who knows? But it's probably... Yeah, it probably is JP Morgan Freeman. He did it.
And, how viral trends seem artificially created rather than naturally rising from real communities. They also believe, that government or intelligent agencies may be using bots to control narrative.
Yeah, intelligent agencies are the ones, all of them. They've got the bots. They've got the best bots.
Push propaganda and drown out dissenting opinions. Some versions of this theory go even further, suggesting that only a small number of real users are still online, and the rest is an illusion created.
It's like 6 of us. There's just like a handful of people online right now, and there are 2 of them are watching this video with me, and 2 of those are bots. And everywhere else it's just bots, man. Everywhere. We're all bots now.
Powerful institutions to manipulate public perception. That means a lot of you who are...
That was something I thought about. What if we have become the bots? We were programmed. We are constantly being programmed. And then we react to the content the way that our programming has taught us to react to it. So therefore we are the bots. I mean, I don't think I'm wrong.
This video are fake. Damn. Theory number 6. The government or oil companies send out employees to
I don't understand that you have to send it to me in binary. I need 1s and 0s.
drive badly or step on their brakes constantly on highways to intentionally cause traffic jams.
This one's insane. All of those people that are out there driving like just crazy folks are the oil companies.
cause people to burn more gas and purchase more fuel more often.
I love that.
Punctuation in that would have been nice. This conspiracy theory claims that the government or major oil companies deliberately send out drivers to create traffic jams in order to increase.
I mean, maybe you wouldn't that have to be in, bigger areas where they're close to these places, but that's just insane. That I just can't imagine there being enough money in backing up traffic.
Fuel consumption. Now, according to this theory,
It's something we need. They could just increase the price. It's not something like we're going to go without it.
drivers are trained or instructed to drive slowly in fast lanes, brake constantly, or switch lanes erratically during peak traffic hours. The goal is to disrupt the natural flow of traffic on highways and cause extended periods of stop-and-go driving. These agents may be disguised as everyday commuters, delivery drivers,
or just commuters and computers.
By intentionally slowing down traffic, they force more cars to idle and accelerate frequently, both of which burn more gasoline than just steady driving.
They would themselves be having to burn a lot of gasoline to do this at a scale to be beneficial at all, correct? I don't know. I'm not doing those numbers. Somebody's probably done the number. Some dude has in chalk on his chalkboards or whiteboards and little paper, paper clips and strings. Oh, they're driving the electric cars to make the jams, because then you do two things. You become mad at electric car drivers, and then in your mind you're being trained to dislike. I get it. I like it.
Over time, this repeated pattern leads to people using more fuel than they normally would, resulting in more frequent trips to the pump and increased profits for
more frequent trips to the pump means more money for oil companies. Correct.
Some versions of this theory suggest that certain cities or regions are targeted more heavily than others, especially high traffic areas where small disruptions can quickly spiral into, basically a widespread gridlock. The timing of these traffic causing operations is believed to be strategic during morning and evening rush hours when roads are already crowded.
Yeah, you gotta be smart about
the
it.
Impact goes beyond just wasted time. It's a calculated effort to boost fuel sales on a massive scale. The idea paints traffic congestion not as a natural consequence of urban life, but as a tool for corporate gain. Theory number 7: the government is the one.
I don't know about that. The government is behind the conspiracy theories. Maybe the lottery.
A carefully crafted trap. According to this theory, if someone had access to time travel, one of the most risk-free ways to gain wealth would be by, playing the lottery.
Yeah.
With knowledge of future winning numbers, a time traveler could easily buy a ticket and walk away with millions. People claim the government is aware of this possibility.
It could be some code that's generated. If you reset the program, there's a random number generator, so you don't get the same numbers each time. There could be especially if everything's a simulation. So time travel may not be as easy as I'm going to go get a lottery ticket and become rich.
Rated the lottery as bait. Each drawing becomes an opportunity to spot individuals who might be operating outside of the normal flow of time. The system monitors not only the winners, but also ticket purchase behavior, flagging anyone who wins big without a history of playing, who shows up with perfect numbers on a random draw, or whose identity doesn't match normal digital or financial patterns.
All right, I don't know, man. The lottery. Birds aren't real.
Drones
seen this one
deployed by.
Is that a website yet?
Government. Now, according to this theory, beginning in the 1950s or 60s, the U.S. government launched a top-secret program to systematically eliminate the country's real bird population and.
Being one who's living in the country, not our country, but the country, out in the woods. I've seen bird innards birds are in fact real, unless it's like biological robots.
Them with robotic replicas designed to spy on citizens. This theory claims the government used chemical sprays, virus-laced drones, and covert operations to wipe out billions of birds over the span of several years. Once the skies were clear, mechanical birds were introduced in their place, each equipped with cameras, microphones, and tracking devices. These drones are said to be used for mass surveillance, recording conversations, monitoring movement, and collecting.
I think it's the mosquitoes, man. They're using the mosquitoes. Google's about to release like 60 million mosquitoes, supposedly to try to wipe out. They're just going to be males with some kind of virus in them, and that virus is supposed to wipe out the females. What a way to go.
Data on civilians. According to the theory, birds sitting on power lines are actually just recharging their batteries through direct contact with the electrical grid. Bird dropping.
I don't think you could do that, because like I don't know. I know a little bit about electronics, but I feel like you can't just stand on. I don't know. I feel like one part has to be the ground.
Described as a method of tagging vehicles or people for further monitoring. The different species serve various intelligence roles. Pigeons supposedly monitor urban activity, hawks track movement from higher altitudes, and seagulls survey coastline.
That would be such a waste of money. You know what? That's how they spy on you. They don't need birds.
The theory also suggests that airports and airplane hangars double as drone maintenance facilities, basically where damaged bird units are repaired or upgraded. The entire system is believed to be relations, but real encounters taking place.
DMT. I've heard a thing or two about that.
Limitations and variables
simulations.
Designed to mimic a
MLK.
Consciousness in this viewpoint.
We didn't land on the moon. The deep state. Let's see what he says about the deep state.
Theory number 14, the deep state.
That's
deep
it.
State conspiracy theory suggests that a hidden, unelected network of powerful individuals.
They disregard all the birds that we consume each year. I guess they didn't get into chickens and doves and quail and things that game birds that people eat. Maybe they're not using game birds. They're just using non-edibles. Non-consumable birds.
And organizations operates behind the scenes of government, controlling major decisions regardless of who is in office. The theory claims that elected officials, including presidents and members of Congress, are largely figureheads, while the real power lies with a shadowy group embedded within intelligence agencies, the military.
My dogs are play fighting. It's real loud. Hey pups. It's bedtime. Y'all go to sleep. They're hanging out late.
And influential corporations. According to this theory, the deep state manipulates national and international events to serve its own agenda, which includes
that's just how it is. This isn't a conspiracy theory. We all know. Like, we know, and they know that we know, but they also don't care that we know, because it's deep, you know. They don't have to worry. They're planted.
Gaining control, expanding global influence, and protecting elite interest. It suggests that wars, economic crashes, social unrest, and political scandals are not spontaneous or organic, but are engineered by this group to steer the direction of society in a way that benefits their power structure. The theory also claims that key institutions like the CIA, the FBI, the NSA, and the Department of Defense are deeply infiltrated and act independently.
Pretty sure that's the Department of War, brother.
Government that the public sees. These agencies are said to conduct covert operations, suppress information, and influence media narratives to keep the population unaware and compliant. Some versions of the theory propose that the deep state has existed for, decades.
It has always been the deep state. There's been deep states everywhere. Okay, one world government. We've heard of that one. The New World Order. We don't need to watch that. Big pharma, big food, big sun.
massive profits. Now, according to this theory, major food corporations create and promote highly processed, sugar-loaded, and nutritionally poor products, while government...
These two are definitely, in my opinion, S tiers. I mean, there's no way that they're not doing these things. Why wouldn't you?
Agencies like the USDA and FDA issue dietary guidelines that support these products rather than prioritize public health. This theory suggests that the food pyramid and other official dietary recommendations are intentionally
Everybody I listen to and watch, they say flip that bad boy upside down and eat that way. Yep. You need more butter, man.
High consumption of grains, processed carbs,
more
and
feet,
low-fat
more
diets
not
that
feet,
ultimately
but
lead to
fat
obesity.
meat, fatty meats. Need some bacon. You'll look like this.
Diabetes, heart disease, and other chronic illnesses.
Diabetes.
These guidelines are viewed not as science-based advice, but as marketing tools created to benefit the agriculture and food processing industries. At the same time, the theory claims that the pharmaceutical industry...
Right, this is just facts. These are conspiracy theories. No, this is just what it is. You know, this is what they've been doing. It's like the food stamps. They were created so the government would buy, I think it was food stamps. It could be, I don't remember under what, I think it's the Department of Ag, and it still is under the Department of Agriculture, because they were the ones in charge of buying up surplus from, farmers and cow farmer ranchers. Is that what it's called? That's why you get government cheese. They would buy off the surplus, make those milks into cheese, and then hand out those stamps. And it's kind of like, y'all make money and we'll hand it out. And government's always controlling everything.
Profits off of the consequences of this engineered diet. Instead of promoting true prevention through proper nutrition, Big Pharma focuses on lifelong treatments like...
I'm a big farmer.
Prescriptions for, blood pressure, cholesterol, insulin, antidepressants, and more. I mean, these treatments manage symptoms rather than cure the root causes.
Man, I think the antidepressant pushing, they just want everybody on those things. I can't find a doctor that doesn't want me on. They're like, you're obviously depressed. I'm like, I'm not depressed. I have some issues, but I'm not depressed. That is not one of them.
Ensuring that people remain dependent on the medications. The government is seen as the bridge between big food and big pharma, basically just shaping public health policy in ways that protect corporate interests. Through lobbying, political donations, and, regulatory capture, powerful companies are believed to influence laws and science alternative nutritional...
Not believed, like they do. They do influence laws. They're known to influence laws. Facebook.
Channels. Theory number 17, Facebook. The Facebook conspiracy theory suggests that Facebook is not just a social media platform, but a highly advanced surveillance and psychological manipulation tool created or co-opted by intelligence.
No doubt. These are S tiers, man. We're gonna go pre-rank these. Oh, Epstein's Island. Do we even need to preview this? Like we know things. MK Ultra.
Theory number 20. MK Ultra continues in various...
100%. I think we'll dive into this. Is delve appropriate? I think we'll dive into this later, but I'm 100% sure they're using different things. It may not be LSD like it was with MK Ultra, but they're definitely, literally every group wants to control some other group.
Theory number 21, Project Gateway.
Do I know anything about the Gateway?
Project Gateway conspiracy theory centers around the idea that the US government, particularly through the CIA and military intelligence, explored powerful mind expansion and consciousness altering techniques to unlock access to alternate dimensions.
Yeah, this is some of that remote viewing kind of stuff.
Time travel, and even communication with non-human entities.
I feel like this is also where maybe they got some of the ideas for Stranger Things, as far as I feel like I've read that.
This theory is based on a real declassified U.S. Army document from 1983 titled The Analysis and Assessment of the Gateway Process, which describes techniques involving meditation, brainwave manipulation, and out-of-body experiences. According to this theory, Project Gateway was far more than just a study of altered consciousness. It was a classified program aimed at discovering how the human mind could transcend space and time, using tools like hemisync audio technology and
hemisync audio technology. Gotta know what that is. Hemisync audio. What? It's just a beat? I don't really need to know.
Meditation. The project allegedly trained subjects to reach deep altered states where they could explore parallel realities, receive information.
I feel like this conspiracy theory music could make you transcend or something. Remote view.
From beyond our dimension and interact with entities existing outside physical space. The theory suggests...
Don't like that at all. Entities. If you say entities, I'm out, man. Scares me.
Suggests that pharmaceutical companies, medical institutions, and certain government agencies are deliberately suppressing life-saving treatments in order to protect their financial interests. According to this theory, cancer is a multi-billion...
It's hard to make money when everybody's healthy.
Dollar industry,
right?
One that fuels profits through chemotherapy, radiation, surgery, long-term medications, and ongoing clinical care. A permanent, affordable cure would eliminate the need for these services, cutting off, a massive stream of revenue. This theory suggests that natural remedies, alternative therapies, or even advanced technologies may have already been discovered that, could fully eliminate various types of cancer. These cures are said to be hidden, discredited, or quietly bought and shelved.
We don't have free will.
Theory
Is this a religious debate?
We don't have free will, and we are being controlled emotionally through our phones.
Mm-hmm.
This conspiracy theory suggests that
you have as much free will as you want. Disconnect from things, and you probably will not be as influenced.
Technology, especially smartphones and social media, has become a tool for psychological manipulation on a mass scale. This theory argues that tech companies, governments, and
touch grass, that's all you gotta do,
have developed advanced algorithms and psychological tactics designed to hijack human emotion, attention, and decision making. According to this theory, phones aren't neutral tools, but precision instruments engineered to exploit human weaknesses.
Like dopamine.
Likes, feeds, and targeted content
dopamine
are said to create addictive loops that influence mood, thoughts, and behavior in real time. The goal isn't just to keep people engaged, it's to subtly control how they feel and, what they believe.
They even track when you don't have to click on something. Like they know when you just stop for a nanosecond, when it grabs your attention for just a second. Like they know, and they'll send that back to you.
Includes amplifying fear, outrage, loneliness, or desire in order to drive consumer habits, social division, or political outcomes. The theory claims that AI-driven algorithms know more about each individual than they know about themselves. With this level of insight, emotional triggers can be planted with precision, causing people to react predictably, angry at certain headlines, comforted by certain products, or loyal to certain ideologies. And over time, this emotional programming erodes genuine personal choice, making people believe that
thank you so much for liking and subscribing because you like this stream. This is a very wide stream,
freely,
but narrow in a way.
Being guided by these invisible forces. It also suggests.
And if you're watching this later or just tuning in, this is usually like super good. This is just semi good. It's just kind of good. It's half as good, I guess. We usually have this guy, this little frog man. It's got instead of a weak stream, this is a strong stream. Strong stream. Am I saying that right?
Data collected from phones, such as your location, your browsing history, your conversations, and even your facial expressions, is constantly analyzed to improve this emotional targeting. In this view, people are not living independently, but are being nudged every moment towards behaviors that serve those in control of the system.
This guy's very informative. I like him. Did I subscribe? I did. And I commented. I said cowboy hat. I trust the man in the cowboy hat. Yeah.
Ultimately, the theory paints a world where free will is an illusion and smartphones act as tools of emotional control, turning users into programmable, highly predictable participants in a larger hidden agenda. Theory number 24.
Hidden agenda. We gotta write that down. That's a word you got to use.
Reptilians
2
control
words.
the world.
This one's tough. Reptilians. But we'll put that on our list. I gotta make this. I gotta do homework. That's what happens when you produce your own show. Homework.
The theory that reptilians control.
That's Adobe stock has that on. Wow, nice.
World suggests that a secret race of shape-shifting reptilian aliens or beings has infiltrated
That's just the 90s Super Mario Brothers movie.
society and wields immense power over our governments, our corporations, and even, the global institutions. According to this theory, these reptilian entities have disguised themselves as humans for centuries.
They're the ones that wear hoodies during the summer. Yeah.
Manipulating events from behind the scenes to maintain control over the planet. This theory claims that reptilians are responsible for major political decisions, wars, economic crises, and social unrest, all designed to...
Where do they keep all their eggs? I guess some reptiles have live birth. Some reptiles are parthenogenic. That basically means they need no father.
Humanity divided, fearful, and, easier to dominate. They are said to occupy positions of high authority, such as heads of state.
That's right.
Royal...
The moon. What if the moon is just one giant egg with lots of lizard babies, and they replace it while we sleep?
Top financiers and even influential celebrities who are all using their power to influence global policies and culture. The theory...
Even better idea for a tier list. Which celebrities are lizard people, and rank them. Yeah, most likely, least likely.
Suggests that these beings possess highly advanced technology and psychic abilities that allow them to
psychic lizards
control minds and remain hidden.
Is that even? Did Pokemon even do that?
From ordinary people. Some versions claim they feed off human energy or emotions like fear and suffering, which drives their need to maintain dominance over society. According to this theory, the true nature of these reptilians is deliberately concealed by governments and mainstream media, either because they are complicit or because they fear the chaos that public knowledge would bring. Seeker society.
Yeah. The war on drugs is not meant to be one.
At least theory number 25. The war on drugs is not meant to be one.
S tier Gary Busey is definitely lizard people.
Not meant to be one suggests that the entire campaign was never truly.
But he's probably like a grunt among lizard people. Like they don't let him do a lot of high up stuff. He's a loose cannon among the lizards.
Eliminating drug use, but rather about control, profit, and social manipulation. This theory claims that governments, particularly in the United States, launched the war on drugs as a strategic tool.
I mean, maybe. Who knows? Could be. Strategery. Could be a little strategery there, what they're launching. We've had our hand in the drug wars for a long time. TikTok's strangest conspiracy theories. Do I want TikTok conspiracy theories? That might be too much for me. We need shorts. These are too long for me. Let's see what.
Here's what all conspiracy theories have in common. Did you ever ask yourself?
A science world.
They're all started by a No. Here's what they have in common. Every single one of them. I've yet to find an exception to this. There are people who are sure something is true that they want to be true.
No, not even. There's people like me, and I think like probably many of the thousands of viewers that we have here, millions of viewers, that like to think, are they plausible? Because that's where brains used to be. We've become so concrete in everything that science man, he thinks that we all believe, in that way. But that's not true. I like to sit and think about things and say, knowing what we know now, after stuff like Tuskegee experiments, MK Ultra, things that we know, like especially when it comes to government stuff. Could this be something that they're doing currently? That's plausible. I don't see the harm in discussing that, But here comes the conspiracy theory in that this man is probably either paid by these people to say these things, or he is one of the lizards himself.
And they find
I have no doubt about that.
In support of what they want to be true, when there's an absence of evidence that
I think if you do that and you put the emphasis like that, makes it real for him.
there and isn't, or
and the hat.
If there's evidence that points against it, they have to invoke a conspiracy to keep believing what they want and say the missing evidence was taken by the government, or there's conflicting evidence.
Because the government would never hide anything.
Was put in by the government to throw you off so that they can continue to believe what they want. Rather than have the gaps in the data unravel what it is they think is true.
Yeah. This man, he stole Pluto. Don't trust him.
Down.
Weird.
And like all this, like blue was never a word.
Yeah, that's true. This is true.
When they would describe like
they would just say dark,
and stuff like that, they
something.
would describe it as like green. What? And yeah, and so the theory is if you can't connect a word with a color, can you not see that color? Because your brain. And so they did an experiment.
Magenta. I don't think we have receptors for actual magenta, I believe. Let me see. Magenta. So Wikipedia. It's an extra special color. It's extra special. Magenta. This is what we're on to here. Magenta. No color of the visible spectrum has magenta's hue. What? So how is magenta then? I'll let y'all read that. That's a lot of magenta facts there for my brain.
It's crazy. They did an experiment in this tribe somewhere in Africa. It was like the Bush people.
Yeah.
And they also have never heard the word blue. And so
because it's probably some other language.
This graph, and It's this graph of like 12 squares, and they're all green, right? And then there's one that's like a bluish green, very different. Like all of us would be like, oh yeah, that one's different. And they had these people look
100%
at it,
green.
and they were staring at it, and it took them so long to figure out which color was different because they don't know what to look for.
We need to deep dive the science of magenta at some point.
They're like, find the one that's different.
I only know anything about magenta because of like camera, like white balancing. You have, the cool and warm, but there's also like green and magenta that you're having to balance as well. And I have a harder time with the magenta and green. Like it'll mess my brain up.
And then they showed the color blue.
That was it. That's it. Just blue.
The idea that The Simpsons can predict the future is one of the most popular conspiracy theories in the entire world,
Yeah.
from future presidents to the...
But I like the Simpson thing, but it's also like when you have that many episodes and you put that many wild things in your episodes, broken clock.
I think that a lot of like outlandish conspiracy theories aren't necessarily caused by like, whoa, you've been watching too many movies where conspiracy theories happen.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you've just been watching a lot of movies. Just watching a movie means that you're watching a reality with an author. And then when you look at the real world and it's not directed and dramaturged, you get suspicious.
Yeah, who's a dramaturg? Is that what he said?
Look at the real world and it's not directed and dramaturged, you get
Yeah,
suspicious.
dramaturgs.
All those children aren't wearing coats, but it was 12 degrees that morning. What's going on?
What is going on? I have no clue what they're talking about.
The answer is kids don't always wear coats. But in a movie, they wouldn't have made that mistake because it would have been distracting. And we've become so accustomed to movies telling.
Sure.
World's scariest
What?
The world's scariest conspiracy theories. Here we have conspiracy theories from the most well-known to the darkest, and today we're going to be starting off with Tier 1. And the first conspiracy
Tier
theory
1.
is Michael Jackson may not be dead after all. And
I feel like this guy just got on. There was an AI one recently. Pictures mean nothing now. Videos mean nothing. Like you have to, in person, physically see someone to be like, yeah, that dude's still around.
theory starts out with Michael being at his own funeral in disguise, wearing prosthetics and makeup to cover up. Believe it or not, but Michael has done this before to disguise himself from the paparazzi. There was also no open casket at his funeral.
But why is this scary?
The darkest conspiracy theories ever. The Bob Ross theory. Bob Ross was a famous painter on television. The theory claims that Bob Ross is actually a serial killer. It's because of one of his paintings. It's called Happy Little Accidents, which depicts an exact crime scene where...
What? I feel like he says happy little accidents and like everything. Did he just like pick one to name that? And like this one's like the quintessential happy little accident?
5 bodies were found. What do you think about this theory?
What?
The darkest conspiracy theory.
Dude, humans believe in some crazy stuff.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Crazy stuff.
It's insane.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy is that they think what they believe in is crazy. Like the conspiracies that humans believe in that are actually true. Like if they knew
what we know,
they would lose their minds.
You want to know what a human actually asked me the other day?
What?
This is great. I like this. This is such a great take on this. I feel like this video has gone way different than what I thought because we're so young as a channel. Sometimes the algorithm will send, when I say sometimes, I mean, when we talk about Corey Feldman, the algorithm will send us to people who actually want to chat about Corey Feldman. We haven't really scratched the conspiracy theory surface yet, so it's probably not sending that to anybody. It's all the Corey Feldman people are seeing this and they're like, I don't want to watch this. But anyway, it's fun to just come across this stuff when the plan was to get feedback from people and look into what they're, into looking at. But then you find something like this. It has been a very active chat, though. I appreciate all the chatter. Definitely not our co-host in the chat there.
He asked me. He said, "Hey,
My
do you think-
co-host.
do you think the moon landing is real?"
Really?
Yeah, he asked me, and I was like, "Well, I don't necessarily think humans are capable of going to the moon."
Wait.
Yeah.
Do you think the moon is real?
What?
Man, that's so much effort for a short. I hope they're like crushing it.
Apparently, they just released a brand new type of ketchup. People are
No, they didn't. Did they really? Clear ketchup. Oh, early 2000s. That would have been they did clear Pepsi. I mean, it's not the wildest thing, but what a horrible idea.
It's called clear ketchup, and that it tastes 10 times better than regular red ketchup. Allegedly, people are enjoying clear ketchup so much that it keeps selling out super quickly. So it's really hard to find in the grocery store. Red ketchup has always tasted super gross to me. So how did I just find out about clear ketchup today? I have no idea how they made the ketchup go from red to clear. But I went to the store as fast as I could to try to find some clear ketchup. And I was getting really worried because all I was finding was the gross.
This man he's going to be very disappointed.
But when I was about to give up, I saw something in the back of the
Oh,
shelf.
there it
The
is.
last bottle of clear ketchup they had in the store. I could barely see.
And it's just hand sanitizer.
Conspiracy theorists have in common.
This is a guy who says the same thing over and over again.
There's a gap in the knowledge base.
Yeah,
between
a gap in the knowledge base.
there. And in order to bridge that gap, they have to do one of two things. They have to say, they have the answer, they're just not telling you. Or
Boo.
Because
I don't know.
Want to know that it's glitter. These 10 words kicked off one of
Glitter?
the biggest internet conspiracies of all time. Can you tell me?
Glitter conspiracy. This is what I'm talking about here. This is the kind of stuff I need to know about.
Your biggest buyer is?
No, I absolutely know that I
Glitter X?
Okay, but you know what it is?
Is this even a company? They are. Oh my goodness. You're seeing it here. Glitter X. 2016. New Jersey. They have an Amazon store. Big glitter, folks. Let's see what the conspiracy part is, though.
Yeah, and you'd never guess it. Let's just leave it at that.
In 2018, a New York Times article went viral when a manager at one of the largest glitter producers in the world refused to admit who their biggest client was. But another thing that really stuck out to people was this comment. Since we're a glitter manufacturer, anything we do is now called glitter. This is important because glitter was invented / discovered in the 1930s at a precision cutting factory of film and paper for clients like Kodak and Enesco. The cutting machine would occasionally glitch, tearing up the glossy photo print into schnibbles that would spread out onto the shop floor. Instead of throwing them out, some of the employees decided to use the schnibbles as fake snow in their Christmas decorations, and glitter was born. But today, whoever is buying up all of the glitter is still a mystery, with some theories suggesting that it's the US military, boat paint, funeral homes, or toothpaste manufacturers.
Okay. Antiquity. So it's not just Egyptians crushed beetles. That's nice. But I guess they get we used to make records out of shellac, which is I think beetles. Powdered galena, a form of lead. Nice. I'm sure that had no health effects. The machine stuttered. Photo films. So yeah, modern glitter. Yeah, it was only the Beatles. Was it Apple label or whatever? Big glitter. There's no references to the conspiracy theories here. Who is buying all the glitter?
Rank these 5 conspiracy theories
Blind
from
rank?
least likely to most likely.
I love conspiracy theories.
Why would you blindly rank
We're gonna
things?
start off with the classic The Illuminati controls the world.
I don't know if it's the Illuminati, but I feel like there's got to be something that controls it. If you want to call whatever that thing is the Illuminati, then yeah. If 1 is most likely to be true, 5 is least likely. I'm going to put that at number 2.
All right. Flat Earth.
Wow.
I don't think it's as crazy as people say. I don't think it's true. But I think that there's there's more crazy conspiracies out there. I'm gonna put that at number 4.
Next one we have the government is controlled by lizard people.
I'll go 5.
Next, the moon landing
Lizard
was
people.
faked.
Number 1. I believe this one. Look it up. Number 1.
You know we didn't beat the
He believes the moon wasn't real.
Russians in any category of the space race besides that.
How convenient.
How convenient.
Oh, they're kicking our ass in the space race. Let's just all of a sudden land on the moon.
The last one is the Mandela effect.
Yeah, I think that's solid there at number 3. I like my list, dude.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't know if you know, but in real life, you have your own.
This goes to my core theory about life when it comes to modern American politics. At the root of everything is an unevidenced
I see him.
grievance belief about American society. If you believe you're being screwed by America, that rolls over into anti-Semitism so fast.
Oh,
if you feel
everything.
Have you heard the conspiracy
Mattresses.
about mattress firm? People only need to buy a new mattress every 8 years, but there
Unless
seems
you
to
get
be a
bed
mattress
bugs.
firm on every corner. This makes no sense. Theories online indicate that the company is involved in money laundering and that these stores exist as a way for them to not get caught. But the actual truth is a little less exciting. Mattress Firm makes so much money on their mattresses that they typically only need to sell 1 a day to make rent. So
Nice.
more stores equal more sales. Now you can ask your friends, have you heard the
I mean, we know a guy that sells
The conspiracy
mattresses.
theory is
I
so
feel like
believable that it might be true.
mattresses make money, you know? It's not a mattress firm.
What's the craziest conspiracy theory that you believe in?
My conspiracy that I believe in is I think the world's flat. Nobody can tell me otherwise, and I'm gonna stay true to my word.
There's a little microphone.
Tupac is still alive.
I don't
Okay.
believe that John F. Kennedy was shot the way they say he was. I'm not a believer in the, magic bullet. It went this way, all of that
Yeah.
stuff. As
Did
a matter
it?
of fact, in high school, I had history class, and we had to make theme parks that were history themed. And one of my rides was called the Magic Bullet, and you sit down in a bullet and go crazy. But I got in trouble, and they didn't like that. So.
What?
Do you remember that magical time in 2014 when a measly 2 inches of snow caused chaos in Atlanta? Some people convinced.
Bruh, it does that. That's just how it is in the South. We're not equipped for snow. It takes us out. That's true. If you get some bangers for your background music, your mind just says, this is totally believable.
Snow wasn't real, held lighters to their
Oh, okay,
snowballs,
this
did their
snow.
thing and didn't melt, but left black scorch marks. Theories included everything from chemtrails and mind control to nanobots. According to some theories, a German U-boat collided with the Titanic, in the process sinking it. Others believe the whole thing was nothing more than an insurance scam, even claiming that she was swapped with her sister ship at sea. Others blame
Yeah.
powerful figures like J.P. Morgan and the Rothschilds, claiming they orchestrated
I feel like we just saw that
the
one.
disaster to get rid of everyone who opposed the Federal Reserve Bank.
Mhm.
One of the biggest theories about Coca-Cola is that it
New
deliberately
Coke.
shifted to New Coke in order to increase demand for their classic product.
I believe it. I mean, that this is not such a crazy thing to believe. We see this a lot where you do. I feel like the IHOB thing, I feel like that was a marketing campaign. You make people think what they had is gone, and you're changing things, and then they appreciate those things a little bit more, you know?
Only to reintroduce it for the sake of profit. Some think that the change was implemented in order for Coke to relaunch Classic Coke with an updated recipe
Do
containing
it.
cheaper corn syrup. Want to know what
probably
other
it.
wild conspiracy theories there are? Then check out the full video.
Corn syrup, big corn.
When I was in
Monsanto was up to that.
See, theories you never thought of. A Reddit user
okay.
found a black hole on Google Maps and users couldn't figure out what it was. In 1962,
Looks like they just blacked out something that was on an island. Maybe. I don't know.
black hole on Google Maps and users couldn't figure out what it was.
It's
In
the world's-
1962, an Italian
No, Mike Bickle. IHOB, International House of Burgers.
Magazine carried a story on how the world would look in 2022.
We're not here yet.
Nuts. The average person walks past around 7 psychopaths every day. That might not be true.
Yeah,
NASA's
Walmart.
Curiosity rover discovered a strange rock formation on Mars that looks like an alien doorway. Here's a
Nice.
better look. Only 6
Aliens have very primitive doorways. My pup dropped his bone.
doorway. Here's a better look. Only 66% of 18 to 24-year-olds are confident the world is round, according to a survey.
66%?
A prisoner who died and was brought back to life claims his
But that doesn't mean they believe it's flat. It's just so they could think it's donut Earth. Bowl.
sentence has technically ended. Dang. Theories you
Missed the last one. I was zoned out. Prisoners brought back to life. That's technically okay.
life claims his life sentence has technically ended. Dang. Theory.
It's like I'm now
We're taking a look
immune.
at the infamous conspiracy theory that the Teletubbies were actually based on a Bulgarian insane asylum.
Whoa.
Warning, if you're not into theoretical stories about child abuse, maybe skip this one. The theory states that the
Oof.
characters are actually based on real children at a real institution. The character of Lala was based on a patient who was stuck in isolation, hence the facial disfigurement. The red Teletubby Poe is based on a child who allegedly fell into a fire and was burnt to a crisp. One patient who was deaf was actually tied to a fence outside and eventually got frostbite, hence Tinky Winky's purple and bluish hue. Dipsy is supposedly based on a patient who was so malnourished that they threw up in their room. Nobody came to clean it up, so they just laid in their own vomit.
And
Television
now they're
was the
green.
only form of entertainment in these institutions. So when they decided to get rid of the TVs, the children's only option was to swallow them whole. Childhood ruined.
Gross.
3 crazy conspiracy theories about
Too much moon.
Theories about the guy who attacked Charlie Kirk.
Oh, we're not doing that one right now.
The melted core. I mean, that was
These are unsolved mysteries that will never be solved.
Nope.
What were they? So, guns in my head, I think they weren't used to
I like this guy, AJ.
research that certain wavelengths broadcast
I've seen
from the
him.
pyramid will amplify that electromagnetic energy. But the pyramid power plant theory is a lot like
Yeah,
Tesla's.
they should be fun.
The Giza Plateau, there is an aquifer under there. That water would create this resonant frequency, and they found copper rods that go down there. Those would create sound, F-sharp chords specifically. Like when you blow across a bottle, it goes, it's called a Helmholtz resonator. This chamber is built out of rose granite, densely made of quartz. And
Nice.
When you compress quartz, it creates electricity. It's called piezoelectricity.
Yeah.
So how do we get it out? The interior is made out of a certain type of limestone, and that's called a dielectric. And if you had a gold capstone on top, you can force that energy up through the capstone and up.
There's so much there that, like, if you didn't know, like, if you're just telling regular people, you can squeeze a crystal because it sounds crazy, and it'll pick up sound or create frequencies or pick up frequencies. But no, that's fake. But piezoelectrics are very commonly used.
The ionosphere, and that's what Nikola Tesla was trying to do. What did they do with it? My guess is the Egyptians just found it. It's supposed to be the two.
I feel like there's a lot of Tesla conspiracy theories too. Not the car, the guy.
For Khufu, but no mummy's ever been found. What were they?
They didn't find any mummies.
You see the lady that actually proved the Mandela effect is a government experiment. So she was able to.
Oh, she proved it.
One of the most
Okay,
popular
I
Mandela
believe you.
effects Is the Fruit of the Loom Mandela effect, where everybody remembers there being a cornucopia on the logo of Fruit of the Loom clothing.
Proving. I'm sure there's no AI involved in this proof here.
Apparently there's not. And this lady was super convinced that there used to be a cornucopia on the logo. But Fruit of the Loom came out and said that they've never had a cornucopia, basically just calling this lady crazy. And Fruit of the Loom even has a post of all the past logos they had all the way back to like 1893. And basically they're trying to prove that they've never had a cornucopia on their logo. But then someone came out and they actually have photo proof of
Photo proof, because we can do that now. Not saying that this isn't true, but it's just
that they found a piece of clothing in their closet with the cornucopia on the Fruit of the Loom logo. And then after this, people did more digging and they actually found newspaper articles talking about Fruit of the Loom.
cornucopias. Why would they?
Watch this one.
If I were to take this orange and I were to squeeze it as hard as I can squeeze it, and I were to ask you what will come out, you would probably say juice. And if I said, well, No matter how hard I squeeze it,
Juice.
you think you'll ever get pineapple juice out of this? You think you'll get cranberry juice?
Yeah.
You think you'll get apple juice? You would say, no, of course not. You would get orange juice. And if I were to further ask you why, when I squeeze this orange,
Wait a minute. Donald Trump's uncle was the man the FBI called to evaluate all of Tesla's equipment after he died. Whew. I have to look into that. That's something.
orange juice come out, you'd say, well, it's an orange.
Yeah.
And that's what's inside. And that's the answer. That's the truth. When you squeeze an orange, you get out of it what's inside. And then if we extend that metaphor to yourself, and someone squeezes you.
I don't think this is I think that's a life lesson and not a...
Watch this. Look at this quarter. Do you see those strange tiny ridges on the...
This is insane. You gotta watch this video.
Come on, where's my conspiracies?
Huge space.
You talk about God as a male. Who's to say that God has a...
My feed failed me. Wow. Don't. See the ones that turned out to be true.
Theories that turned out to be true.
Sambucci.
So Bohemian Grove was an alleged meetup spot for the rich and powerful to rub shoulders and talk, which was later confirmed to be the site where Oppenheimer would work on the Manhattan Project alongside many of the world's most powerful men. The CIA admitted to the existence of a long-believed heart attack gun, which would pierce victims with shellfish toxin and kill them within minutes, making their deaths seem of natural causes. The CIA also controlled U.S. citizens through the use of LSD for Project MKUltra, in which they control the minds of subjects to see what would happen. The tobacco industry...
They would never do that nowadays,
the harmful effects of smoking to further push their product, which was true.
Never.
Although this isn't a unique practice, as it's done by the food industry with sugar and Big Pharma with the side effects of prescription drugs. Apple was long thought to have slowed down devices after the release of new devices, which is now known to be exactly true. And finally, rings hosted by the elite.
Planned obsolescence is like my biggest pet peeve. I have a mouse here. It's a great mouse. Logitech makes it. But the coating on it is not made to last. It gets sticky. Why in 2026 do we still have a mouse that gets sticky? I have plenty of things that have decades of age and they're not sticky.
A long-believed conspiracy until this turned out to be much worse than originally thought.
Yeah.
Pretty bad, right?
It's a bad one.
These are some conspiracy theories that ended up being true.
Okay, either smart aliens exist, or we as a species are the first to reach our level of advancement. This is part 2 of why we haven't found aliens. So
Aliens.
as humans, we've overcome a lot of evolutionary filters to get
Aliens
to
is...
where we are today. And if we're an
That one's too much for
evolutionary
me.
anomaly, that means that
I don't
one of
know
us
what to
will
think about the
back the
aliens.
progression of life on other planets. Or there's another theory. Maybe the Great Filter is ahead of us, and we're about to get filtered out. If the filter is ahead of us, it could be as simple as just something wipes out life on other planets. Like think Ice Age or natural disaster or something like what happened to the dinosaurs, but for us. And maybe that
We got
happens on
dinosaured.
another planet. Or maybe there's a filter where advanced civilizations end up destroying themselves. Think climate change, World War III, a super virus, depleting natural resources, Terminator AI. I could continue this list. But let's just pump the brakes here before I get nightmares. Scientists really don't know why we haven't found life out there. This is all just a theory, but I've been thinking.
Scientists don't know a lot of stuff.
It's a growing movement, is the lizard Illuminati. There are adults out there stressed out.
Yeah.
They're worried about reptilians from space who live in tunnels beneath us, who mate with our political leaders and create these weird bloodlines, control our thoughts from the moon matrix. Like there's somebody in a cubicle right now going, God damn lizards.
Yeah, the lizards will get you, man.
It took me 10 years to notice.
Pixar conspiracies.
I believe in any conspiracy theory.
All right, well, I guess I'm gonna leave it at that. I feel like I've just seen everything that the algorithm wants to show me, and now it's just showing me weird stuff. So I think we'll leave it here. And down in the comment, yeah, that guy, the comedian, is probably a lizard person. He's like, don't believe. That's insane. Why would you believe that? Totally not real. Yeah. So leave a comment below on what you think is like one of the most plausible conspiracy theories. So we can have actual discussion about it next week or whenever Kevin is back. we're gonna do a tier list, tiers of this kingdom. We're gonna rank them like this. I don't know who this lady is. I don't know who this man is, so he's not believable. And I was only moderately productive at creating the tier list. I still have to create a tier list because I want ours to be our own. I feel like I could come up with better pictures than this. Yep. Anyway, a little preview of what we're going to do in an upcoming stream. We're going to do a live stream tier list of the most 100% real, plausible, what's most plausible and what's just like, nah, that's silly. Why would you think that? Like the glitter thing? What is even the deal? Unless glitter has power and we don't know about the power. So anyway, once again, like and subscribe, hit that frog, do the frog dance, and we'll see you on another time.
Super good show.